Anabo can hear Japan. And I must say his comments about MPP comprising of stupid people. And then agree.
Yeah, that video echo viral.
Sir. And he expressing regret belonging to such a party. So the crowd who say,
oh yeah,
MPP. What you say? And almost say, a fee or sign, I can say MPP for a buying move for Nina Yakro.
We will abolish the 10% withholding tax on winning from lottery, otherwise known as the betting tax. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the electronic transfer levy, e-levy of 1%.
Mama Kwankwanku TV sundie ya babia anyansama atuto tudra de Ghana fo akoma hwehwe bibiri na ne sabre wo monsaka mama shebo betting tax obeye free ho gbangbang e levy obeye free ho gbangbang emission levy wisie tax obeye free ho gbangbang ne nyina mpenampa wa yiye free ho ene finance minister nsemo de ko tudra abusuani nyina bo mabe ewo ha na nesete mensebonsu kaneso ame MP ahantani dwe akasesane akokurokosane nipa binimo a womo ade MPP ko opposition womo num kasa ne womo ne yoye bi ne ade me say wadwudwam say gaga ewo Asempa FM so na ehu video ni ade po ewo ha ye besensem bo mo na se obeti wa hwe wa subscribe wa share na wa like yengohwe bi.
Mr. Speaker, in proposing some revenue measures to achieve the 2025 fiscal target for your consideration, I'll first take you to the IMF requirement. Mr. Speaker, this measure is inconsistent with our commitment under the IMF-supported program to observe a non-oil tax revenue effort of 0.6% point of GDP annually as part of the measures to improve domestic revenue mobilization and achieve our debt sustainability target over the medium term. Right, Honorable Speaker, despite our commitment to increase the non-oil tax revenue by 0.6%, we have programmed the following nuisance taxes for removal in line with our manifesto promise. Mr. Speaker, abolish the 10% withholding tax on winning from lottery, otherwise known as the betting tax. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the electronic transfer levy, e-levy of 1%. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the 10% withholding tax on betting. We will abolish the electronic transfer levy, e-levy of 1%. We will abolish the emission levy, otherwise as a Wusie tax. We will abolish the VAT on motor vehicle insurance policy. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the 1.5% withholding tax on unprocessed gold by small-scale miners. Mr. Speaker, the removal of these taxes will ease the burden on households and improve their disposable income. Honorable Speaker, the removal of these taxes will ease the burden on households and improve their disposable incomes. In addition, it will support business growth and improve tax compliance. Mr. Speaker, the overarching concern about free secondary education has been its quality and the absence of dedicated sources of financing. His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama has resolved it. Mr. Speaker, let me take this again. The overarching concern about free secondary education has been its quality and the absence of a dedicated sources of funding. His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama has resolved the funding challenges by uncapping the GET fund. Mr. Speaker, this makes available dedicated funding for full financing of free senior secondary school education and free tertiary education for persons with disability. Mr. Speaker, therefore, Capping and Realignment Act will be amended to uncap the Ghana education.
Inappropriate and distasteful utterances by party stalwarts.
Okay.
And I'll say 97% of the respondents were unhappy about some unfortunate and inappropriate pronouncement by some major actors in the government and the party. They could not hide their disappointment with comments from high-profile personalities, including even the president. President Boye Omubonidin.
Okay.
President Assembly saying, and they say,
that should be Kwabre.
Kwabre. Maybe I could be assassin no. All the constituencies, I'm can't assassin no.
Omo kwan na o ka so omo ntwa bakro omo ko mu yae.
Say. President Krano, asem no on ukotwa efe baby a na amana is sana o so omo yae. But you see, the thing must be situated in the context. I say, asante, my name be bre ha pa o. So, enyuma my ha edoso. Akwan kra ma yebi. And the hospital's agenda one will be any day free senior high. Indeed, will be any day. Could be a bushing PM.
Yes.
Be any day. Indeed, Moshe Quanon Quas and Moquay and Yamamo, as I must say, Muntia Montua, and they mean to me for some. I ain't chino. So we no more was a Montua, they mean to me for some. Say no canoe. Oh, it's all fast in the contester. Can't cry one cannibal. But see. Any panel a take as more kind of out of contest. The baby could be an Okranoma. What I say? The baby could be a Mocasasano. The president has more kind of a womb. Then Honorable Kenneth H. Japan. And I must say his comments about MPP comprising of stupid people. And then agree.
Yeah, that video echo viral.
Sir. And he expressing regret belonging to such a party. So who say,
oh yeah, MPP.
What you say? And almost say, a fee or sign, I can say MPP for a buying move for Nina Yakron. And some of my kind say, some of the kind, you know, a tear party, and I feel baby or crimes, I almost say, now I feel in semi bureaucrat, a personal attack on candidate Beumia. And they spoke about these things. I report from all the constituencies. Now, running mate, you can have running mate, and so the almost say his description of former President Nkrumah, even though what was a personal kind, no cut development, and no say development that a Kufrado bind by our Ashanti region, and again in our crown. A bambia Maya or Yebisa, including even President Nkrumah. Sana Wakano. Now, I hope no one said it was a canon. Say even Mukwame Nkrumah and the Kofas and by and your house, what tears him now? And Kofana Mokai say, even to Asman no can ananka no creno. Name a quite fast. Don't say his description of former President Nkrumah, even though he was stating a matter of fact, and occasionally his general demeanor did not allow him to unleash his potential of delivering the youth vote. Oh, dear Napom Kafano. So, yeah, Branty, yeah, Babunu, no him say, Mabun Craig Dinechi. So, somebody be ho, Emma, they was saying to deliver no, when to me deliver. That is what people have spoken about. That's what Mokafa.
Yes, running mate.
Then, if anything, chairman and Chibuti Bosiako.
Chairman to me.
Chairman to
you know some Mokafa.
I must say, even though he had secured his mining concessions long before the Kufuor-led government, but inappropriate communication by himself, instead of using his solicitors, created the impression that he had excessively singularly benefited from Kufuor's government. Inti eno e man ho ye hi
Now, show off.
No, say, I need concessions, no.
Yeah.
Say, and I'm a Manyawi, what you say. No, must say, Sansa McCran, I wasn't common a lawyer for Neck.
Casaman.
I said, no, see, Casa radio, so no one. At your time, brain, no, your time, brain party, no. I'm an yes, say. I say, on one did Diabano. And I feel most of the say, boys, your friend say, a day, won't you know, or say, displaying gold bars.
On live TV.
On live TV. And also, and who is saying, say, won't you know what's in?
But Oman can be a fat doctor about me.
Can be a fat Dr. Belmia. Omo, Belmia, dear.
Yes.
Almost say, the perception of Belmia as a shadow of a Kufado. So, some would say, a Kufado na still a control. What you say? And no, anti, and nuntino, a mani penny be, Anto Obama, Amaye. Is there? Call Obuguha American was in any have one constituencies.
Yes.
Some of the Kusasi communities are not getting some better about my eno. I'm on to about my eno. We are more calm. Almost a woman penny for be by a catcher almost say. Dr. Baumia. Enna, what to Ama Kusas, a mamma Pusifono, someone no monko. To be Anto Abamano. It's in the report. Minia, Obian for the BNC, no more kind I didn't know.
But you're saying that there is no way in this report, a case maybe because Baumia is a Muslim, affecting Nimusa.
Minia,
that didn't come up.
Minia, I'm beside.
Okay.
And son of Mobecono,
yeah.
And son of Beco, you know. A huge discussion amongst us. So,
yes.
A huge discussion amongst us, and Penifono and a Basson phone. And Timina, I did a chairman of Madam say, look, that question, we should ask the question.
Yes.
Say, Baumia being a North Nano, did it have any impact on the elections? One. Number two, you're North Na, or ye Cremoni. And this is the first time I'm not ye di Cremoni so partner. Ghana nyina no ne ehunu bisa.
Yes.
What you say?
Yes.
Intino and also so no it did affect us. In fact, 1979 and Kenya bibisa. Imoro Igala. But Onumpono he was disqualified by the Taylor Committee. Inti ena Liman by. This is the first and the omo bisaye. Na be biombe ko bia no so debi. Obi, uno be kasa obi say oh debi. What does it mean? I just say no dear. Na enye factor. The omo nyina say debi even kusase for no. Omo say nya kremoni ntia. Yes ceremony, this ceremony de enua no na nyina ye pe no. Na so same say na enua no be ka kire yen. Nti mo Mahama e ka say beto aba na mamde na so mo fi ho no be ka say no kire yen no.
E na esesan ya
dwen. What you say? A perception and answer lies will be a catcher woman. What you say? Nti sanity. Na me ka say anjibosi akono na nse mu no. Ye wi e present ya de man no. Was e man kwa ma wonko kan. Nti me wa no frame say leader. Maka de no. Na me the 4 hours the kan. Was me the 4 hours the kan man kan bi. Nti a shira me sa to aso.
How do you react to a more say this whole report, no?
Is cute.
A smart ploy to present Baumia again to party for and say this man is clean, or not the more I must say only problem be anti ensign and faninko. How do you react to that?
Minia Asam no ye could TV a man for honor, ye fair being county and ye being free.
Okay.
But see, we one regional Ashanti is 1 out of 16 regions. 1 out of 16 regions.
Yes.
And this is the national acquire no 15 other regions.
Yes.
So some of the ba. I'm so Santi the man can say. Na no
other regions.
Other regions this is now can I say. So I don't want to say Ebia o yesem ni yede ma na nyeye anaso ye kremoni yede ma na nyeye edia se ne nyame na meka what you say na party ni nyane decide asema omo kafa chairman wontumi no kra ho let me look at it me ho but wontumi ho asem go fa look good e wa ha o say inappropriate and distasteful utterances by party stalwarts.
Okay.
And I'll say 97% of the respondents were unhappy about some unfortunate and inappropriate pronouncement by some major actors in the government and the party. They could not hide their disappointment with comments from high-profile personalities, including even the president. President Boye Omubonidi.
Okay.
President Assembly saying, and they say
that should be Kwabre, yeah.
Kwabre. Maybe I could be assassin no. All the constituencies. Assassin no.
Omo kwan na o ka so omo nto abakro omo ko mu ya.
Say. President Krano asem no on ukotwa efa bia na amana is sana o so omo nyai. But you see the thing must be situated in the context. I say, hey, asante, my name bebre wo hapa o.